Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Starting to see a slight increase in the wind speeds, as well as some of those clouds that were offshore this morning starting to move in a bit. But still, overall, nice conditions out there with just a slight breeze and cooler temperatures than what we would typically see during this time of year. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we had that boundary that pushed through the area yesterday. Brought in some cooler temperatures as well as some drier air, and as you can see, this area of high pressure dominating the northeastern part of the country. And between that and some surface troughing to our south, that's keeping us in that northeasterly flow, and that will likely remain the case as we move through the remainder of the week, starting to see that pattern change as we get into the end of the week and into the weekend. If we look at our upper level winds from this morning, sounding had some northeasterly winds closer to the surface, peaking up around 25 knots at 1,000 feet. As we go through the mid-levels, seeing more of a northerly component to the wind, and then as we get into the upper levels here, seeing a more westerly component, and that's when we see our peak wind of 29 knots at 25,000 feet. And the freezing level today is at 14,600 feet. If we look at our current visible satellite, we can see some of those cumulus clouds over the ocean area starting to move into the coastal and local Wallops area. Again, expecting that to continue as we move through the day today. Otherwise, should see just partly cloudy skies, possibly mostly cloudy at times, with the potential of a ceiling developing around 3,000 feet. If we look at the European model here, zoomed out, as we do expect a fairly stagnant pattern through much of the week. Again, expecting dry conditions as we move through the day today and to continue with some slightly breezy northeasterly winds. We'll see similar conditions as we move into the day on Wednesday. As you can tell, not much change in the pattern here as we move through the week, keeping that onshore flow continuing slightly breezy during the daytime hours and then relaxing a bit as we move through the evening time frame. We'll start to see a slight change in the pattern as we get later in the week. As you see, that area of low pressure to our north starts to move eastward, but we still keep some surface troughing off the Carolina coast, so still looking at some northeasterly breeze. We'll see a slight chance of maybe a light rain shower around the area as we move through the day on Friday, but right now, not a lot of confidence in that and not looking too impactful. And then moving into the weekend, we'll start to see this upper level trough digging into the northeastern part of the country and continue to see some surface troughing along the southeast coast. And as that trough moves into our local area, we'll start to see a cold front once again moving through over the weekend. That's going to be our better chance of seeing the next rain showers around the area as we move through the day on Saturday and possibly overnight into Saturday evening. And as we move into the end of the weekend, could see some lingering showers around on Sunday as that boundary slowly moves out of here and that trough still lingers over the area. And then once again, we'll see high pressure building in as we get into the start of next week behind that cold front. So looking at our 24-hour weather risk chart for today, mainly looking at a yellow risk for those winds at or above 25 knots. As we move through the day today, seeing those winds out of the northeast sustain 10 to 15 knots, and we'll see our high temperature getting up to around 74 degrees this afternoon. And again, mainly just partly cloudy skies, but we'll see a chance of a ceiling developing at times around 3,000 feet before we move into the evening and start to see those clouds breaking up, and mainly just seeing an increase in some high clouds as we move through the overnight time frame. But we'll see those winds weakening a bit. That allows temperatures to fall down to around 59 degrees, so well below average for this time of year, and cooler conditions will continue. Right now, tides are running slightly above normal with the help of those onshore winds. And looking at the extended forecast here, we'll see similar days as we move through Wednesday and Thursday. Slightly more in the way of cloud cover on Wednesday, and even more so mostly cloudy as we move through the day on Thursday, but slightly breezy through those days, seeing a similar high around 75 for our Wednesday, and we'll see a high slightly warmer around 78 for the day on Thursday. And then as we go into Friday, we'll see our peak temperature for the next 7 days with a high around 80 degrees. We do see mostly cloudy conditions with a slight breeze, and we'll see a slight chance of that rain shower around the area, but again, not looking too confident in that, just about 20% chance. Better chance of rain as we move into Saturday with that boundary pushing through most likely during the second part of the day and possibly into the evening time frame. Looking at a high around 79 for Saturday, and as we move through the end of the weekend and into the beginning of next week, we'll see temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, slight chance of a lingering shower on Sunday, and then we'll see clouds start to move out and conditions drying out as we move into Monday with partly cloudy conditions. So that's going to wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.